Hello, my name is Nicole Slumskie, and today I'm presenting the key findings from my formal research report titled How Data-Driven Communication Tools Improve Sprint Performance in Decision-Making in Agile Project Management. This presentation summarizes the major insights from my research and explains why these tools are becoming essential for modern Agile teams, especially in fast-paced or distributed project environments. Agile teams work in short time box sprints, which means communication needs to be fast, accurate, and consistent. But research shows that traditional Agile tools are often interpreted differently depending on a person's experience or judgment. This inconsistency can lead to misunderstandings about whether a sprint is healthy or at risk. My research explores how data-driven communication tools like burn-down charts, velocity metrics, machine learning evaluations, and casual modeling help project managers make clearer, more informed decisions. To understand why these tools matter, it's important to look at the communication challenges Agile teams face. Burn-down charts show how much work remains each day, giving teams a quick visual of whether they're on track. Velocity metric measures how much work a team completes each sprint, which helps prevent overcommitment. More recently, machine learning tools have emerged. These tools analyze patterns like stalled tasks or sudden changes in effort, and they detect risks earlier than humans. And finally, casual modeling adds structure by mapping relationships between themes, epics, and user stories. This helps teams understand dependencies that typical Agile tools don't reveal. Together, these tools form the communication foundation that supports sprint decision making. My first major finding is that burn-down charts significantly improve transparency and early risk detection. A burn-down chart shows the amount of work remaining over time. A healthy sprint shows a steady downward trend, but when the line flattens or goes up, it signals delays, added work, or stalled tasks. Rubin's research from 2012 highlights how burn-down charts make daily progress visible. This makes burn-down charts one of the most effective communication tools for keeping a sprint on track. The second finding focuses on velocity metrics. Velocity measures how much work a team completes in a sprint, usually in story points or hours. Stable velocity helps teams plan realistically. It prevents overcommitment and makes forecasting more accurate. But when velocity fluctuates, it becomes harder to predict timelines to identify risks. Velocity is especially useful during sprint planning because it gives teams a data-driven baseline for how much work they can actually complete. The third finding looks at machine learning-based sprint evaluations. Traditional Agile tools rely heavily on human interpretation, which can be subjective. Machine learning models analyze sprint data more objectively. For example, the model developed by Perez Castillo and colleagues in 2024 looks at patterns like days with no progress, stalled tasks, or sudden changes in effort, then classifies sprint performance as excellent, good, fair, or poor. This helps project managers identify risk earlier and focus their attention on sprints that need intervention. It also reduces the guesswork that often comes with manual interpretation. The fourth finding examines casual modeling. A 2025 study found that Agile tools often lack semantic depth, meaning they don't clearly show how different Agile elements relate to each other. Casual modeling solves this by mapping relationships between themes, epics, and user stories. It reveals hidden dependencies and coordinates gaps that teams might otherwise miss. In real enterprise projects, this approach reduces requirements by 13% and change requests by 14%. This shows how potential structured communication tools can be for improving decision quality. One of the strongest patterns across all 5 sources is that no single communication tool is enough on its own. Burn-down charts, velocity metrics, machine learning insights, and casual modeling each provide different types of information. When teams combine these tools, they get a much clearer picture of sprint health. This leads to better transparency, stronger predictability, and earlier risk detection. This aligns with research showing that structured Agile practices consistently improve project outcomes. In conclusion, data-driven communication tools significantly improve sprint performance. They reduce uncertainty, increase transparency, and help teams identify risk earlier. Traditional Agile tools are still useful, but they're most effective when combined with newer analytical methods that provide deeper insights into sprint health and team performance. My recommendations are based directly on the findings. Teams should use burn-down charts daily track velocity consistently, and consider adopting machine learning tools. Integrating casual modeling can help teams understand dependencies more clearly. Training is essential so everyone interprets artifacts the same way. And that concludes my presentation today. Thank you very much.